Welcome to Everyday English Podcast. Hello, and welcome back to the Everyday English Podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mark. Hi, everyone.
Mark, you sound a little worried today. What's going on?
Well, Anna, last week my niece came to visit. She's 16. And after she left, she texted me. She said, "Uncle Mark, you're so cringe."
Oh no, she hit you with the cringe.
Yes, and I had to ask my daughter what it meant. She just laughed at me for 5 minutes.
Oh, Mark. Well, today's topic is perfect for you.
What is it?
Today, we are talking about how to speak like Gen Z. You know, Generation Z, the young people born after 1996. We're going to help you understand their language so you don't get called cringe again.
Yes, please, save me from my family. Let's do this.
So, Mark, before we start, why is this important? Why should English learners, or people like you, learn Gen Z slang?
Well, I thought it was just for teenagers. But then I realized I watch movies, I scroll on social media, I hear young people at the coffee shop. If I don't understand them, I feel lost.
Exactly. Language is always changing. Gen Z slang is everywhere, on TikTok, Instagram, in songs, in TV shows. Learning it helps you understand real, modern English. But the most important thing,
What is it?
you don't have to use it to sound young, but understanding it, that's key. You don't want to be the person who says on fleek in 2024, right?
I said that last year. I'm guilty.
It's okay. That's why we're here. Let's start with the basics. Mark, I'm going to say a sentence. I want you to guess what it means. Ready?
I'm ready, I think.
Okay. That new song, it slaps.
Slaps? Like it hits me?
No. When a Gen Z person says something slaps, it means it's really, really good. Amazing. Usually for music or food.
Slaps. So, this pizza slaps means the pizza is delicious?
Yes, exactly. You're learning.
Okay, number 1, slaps.
Good. Now, imagine you are with your niece. She shows you a funny video. You want to say it's cool. What do you say?
That's cool?
That's fine. But if you want to sound like you understand her, you can say, that's fire.
Fire? Like burning?
No. Fire means amazing, excellent, really cool. So if a movie is fire, it's fantastic. If a friend's new shoes are fire, they are super stylish.
Okay, so slaps and fire are both positive, but which one do I use?
Good question. Usually, music or food slaps. Art, style, or things you see can be fire. But honestly, they are very similar.
Okay, so if my niece shows me her new haircut, I can say, "Wow, that's fire."
Perfect. She would be surprised. She might even think you're cool.
That would be a first.
Okay, let's try another one. What do you say when something is so funny you can't stop laughing?
That's hilarious.
Yes, but Gen Z might say, I'm dead.
Dead? That sounds serious.
I know, but when they say I'm dead, they mean I'm laughing so hard I feel like I died. It's a joke. It means something is extremely funny.
I'm dead. Okay, I can use that.
Or sometimes they say I'm crying, but not sad crying, laughing crying.
Okay, got it.
Now, Mark, let's talk about when things are not so good.
Oh, like when I make a mistake.
Exactly. Let's say you accidentally call a song groovy in front of a teenager.
Oh no, that's bad.
They might say, that's so cringe.
Yes, that's what my niece said about me.
Cringe is a very popular word. It means something is awkward, embarrassing, or uncool. If you see someone dancing in a strange way, you might whisper, that's cringe.
So being cringe is bad, but
Is it a noun or an adjective?
Great question. It's both. You can say, that's cringe, or he is so cringe, or I'm having secondhand cringe. That's when you feel embarrassed for someone else.
Okay, so if I see my neighbors singing very badly on the street, I feel secondhand cringe.
Exactly. Poor neighbor.
Okay, what's another negative word?
Another one is mid.
Mid? Like middle?
Yes, mid means average, not good, not terrible. But in Gen Z language, it's usually a little negative. If someone asks, how was the movie, and you say, it was mid, it means it was boring or disappointing.
Ah, so it's not a compliment.
Definitely not. It's a soft way to say, I didn't like it.
So, I tried that new restaurant. The food was mid.
Perfect! You're becoming fluent in Gen Z.
Okay, Anna, I have a question. If I use these words, will I sound young or will I sound like an old person trying too hard?
That is a wonderful question, and this is the most important part of today's lesson. The biggest mistake? Using too many slang words at once.
What do you mean?
Imagine an older person says, yo, that pizza is fire, no cap, it slaps, I'm dead.
That sounds ridiculous.
Yes, because it's not natural. Gen Z doesn't use all the slang in one sentence. They use one or two words at a time.
So, less is more.
Exactly. You don't need to sound like a teenager. You just need to understand them. And if you want to use one word, use it naturally.
So, what's another common mistake?
Another mistake is using old slang that isn't popular anymore, like cool beans.
My dad says that.
Yes, that's very old, or rad, or groovy.
So, I should not say groovy.
Only if you want to make your niece laugh. At you, not with you.
Okay, noted.
Also, be careful with tone. Some words can sound mean if you use the wrong tone, like cringe. If you say it with a smile, it's playful, but if you say it with a mean face, it can hurt someone's feelings.
So, context is everything.
Yes, you're getting it. Okay, Mark, let's practice. I'm going to give you situations. You choose the right Gen Z word. Ready?
Ready.
Situation 1. You hear a new song. You love it. It's amazing. What do you say?
This song slaps.
Perfect. Next, you see a video. It's very awkward and embarrassing. What do you whisper to me?
That's cringe.
Yes. Next, your friend shows you her new jacket. It's very stylish and cool.
That jacket is fire.
Yes. Last one. You watch a movie. It's not terrible, but it's not good. It's just okay. You feel bored.
The movie was mid.
Mark, you did it. You officially understand basic Gen Z.
Thank you. My niece will be so confused.
Let's recap all the phrases one more time, nice and slow for our listeners.
Number 1, slaps. S-L-A-P-S. It means something is excellent, usually music or food. This coffee slaps.
Number 2, fire. F-I-R-E, means amazing or cool. Your shoes are fire.
Number 3, I'm dead. It means something is so funny you are laughing a lot. That joke is so funny I'm dead.
Number 4, cringe. C-R-I-N-G-E, means awkward, embarrassing. Oh no, that dance is cringe.
And number 5, mid. M-I-D. Means average, boring, not special. The food was mid.
Perfect. Well, Mark, I think you're ready to talk to your niece again.
I hope so. I'm going to text her right after this. I'll just say, your uncle is not cringe.
That would be fire.
See, I'm learning.
And for everyone listening, remember, you don't need to sound like a teenager, but understanding these words helps you connect with people, enjoy movies, and feel confident in modern English conversations.
And if you make a mistake, that's okay. We all learn by making mistakes, even me.
Exactly. English is a journey. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going.
So, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the Everyday English Podcast.
And leave a comment. Tell us, what's a slang word in your language? We'd love to learn.
You can also share this episode with a friend who wants to understand Gen Z, or with your niece so she stops laughing at you.
Yes.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Remember,
Keep practicing your English every day.